If you struggle with bow and arrow chokes from mount, today I'm going to show you 3 different variations you can use and implement in your game today. Now let's talk about, once we've made it into a technical mount, how I can look to submit my partner using bow and arrow chokes. We're going to look at 3 different variations from this position. Okay, I started in the side seat belt, I stripped, I caught the collar. As I walk Max flat, he grabs on my elbow, so I change base and I come in to an S mount position. Now from here, how am I looking to choke Max? I generally look at this as a 1, 2, 3 motion. My left hand stays in the collar, and guys, I'm making sure that my left elbow is tight to my hip. If I open it like this, Max can pull and slip his head out the back. So I want to make sure that my elbow's tight enough to my hip, where if he tries to pull, it's just a useless thing. My right hand is low on this collar right now, but the first thing that I'm going to do is take my hand elbow to elbow, and I'm going to raise my chest up. And what I'm looking to do is straighten my left arm, and I'm going to literally push like I'm dusting off my gi or like I'm chopping Max's head off. Okay, so from this position, the bow and arrow looks like this. I go elbow to elbow, chest up. My hand goes to my shoulder, and I press, getting a strong finish on my first bow and arrow choke. So I'm literally raising the elbow and chopping Max's head off. One more time. We have the nice grip here. My right hand reaches deep, elbow to elbow, and I raise my chest up. I put my left hand on my shoulder, and now look how I extend my left arm, chop the head, and I get a strong finish with my first variation of a bow and arrow choke, elbow to elbow. Sometimes I'm here with my partner, and I'm trying to do this elbow to elbow choke, and he just gets very tight. And so, again, I'm in this position, but I can't raise Max's elbow up to get where I want to go. So in cases like this, we move to our second variation. Our second variation is going to be a hand on the knee. And in these 2 first variations that we look at, we're staying in the top position. Okay? I like having options like this. It's never a bad thing if I have a great strong submission where I sit off to the side, whether that be an arm bar, a bow and arrow choke, a triangle, what have you, if I'm starting on the top. But it's helpful to start in the top position and maintain the top position. So sometimes if you can, it's not a bad gig to stay on top. This is going to be one of those. I'm here in S mount. I have my left hand deep. I'm trying to go elbow to elbow, but Max gets really tight here. I'm going to retract my right hand. I'm going to grab on Max's knee. And now from here, I'm going to bring both elbows to the sky, and I'm going to show you what's on my t-shirt. My chest is going to come up. So you'll notice I start kind of hunched here. Look how I bring everything up, and I get a strong finish. Knee and elbow start raising to the sky. I'm coming up as tall as I can. A little cue you'll notice here too, I am always in this position, live toes. When I'm in S mount, I'm here, live toes. Okay, we'll get into that in just a minute, why, but right now, I'm this way. I don't want to be flat-footed, okay? So, one more time. We are here looking at our bow and arrow choke. I stepped into technical mount. I have live toes. I try to go elbow to elbow, but he tucks. I can't get it. My right hand comes free. I catch on the knee, and I raise both elbows high to the sky, and I get a strong finish on a bow and arrow choke, raising the knee. Now, sometimes we look at this position, and we try to go elbow to elbow, and we try to go knee to knee, but our partner's really, really tough, and he gives us great reactions the whole way through. A good reaction that Max can give me when I try to go to this knee is to cross his feet, kick them straight, and then what guys will actually look to do is slip their head and log roll away. It's a good defense to the bow and arrow. So I'm going to counter that by going to a full bow and arrow and sitting, taking the position. So we're here. Same grip. I try elbow to elbow, he tucks. I try to take my hand to the knee, but look how he crosses and grabs. Big problem now. What I'm going to do from here is sit on my bow and arrow choke. And a big problem that I see a lot of people do is they sit to too big of an angle and they actually pull their partner on top of them. I'm not looking to do that. I want to be teed up to Max here. So the way that I do this is by leaning forward and to my right, much like I would on an arm bar, stepping my left leg over, sitting, and then crossing my feet over Max's shoulder. And you'll notice from here, I'm sitting tall. What I'm not doing is allowing the bow and arrow to make me fall off to an angle. Okay, I don't like to fall to an angle if I can help it because I can maintain a much tighter pressure when I'm in this position here. All I'm looking to do now is if you've ever done an upright row, I'm rowing, pulling my elbows back as I sit straight down. I don't want to go at any angle here. If I fall on my left shoulder, I'm actually taking Max out of the choke. If I fall on my right shoulder, I'm elevating his shoulder off the floor. So what I like to do is staple this shoulder down, and now with a tight grip, all I need to do is sit back, and I get a strong finish on a bow and arrow choke. So one more time, we're here. Notice the position. I control the knee. Look how Max kicks his leg straight to not get choked. I have to lean forward and to my right, and my left leg swims over. If Max is keeping my elbow, I use my foot to push, and now I cross my feet. From here, I sit everything back, elbows to the floor, I get a strong finish. You'll notice I don't even make it close to the floor because I only have to go here. Okay, Max, put your head towards the camera for me. So, from this position, just so you guys can see some different angles, look at where my foot is. See how it's windshield wipered underneath me? I don't want it to be like this, okay? If Max bridges into me here, he can hurt my knee, so I prefer this position here. Now, with a tight grip, catching on the knee. As Max extends, look how I'm gonna lean forward, and now my left leg comes over and sits. I cross over his shoulder. From here, I just sit straight back. There's no angle involved, okay? Even if Max is holding on my hands here, this is such a strong choke, all I need to do is sit back and I get a strong finish the whole way through. Make sure you keep your partner's knee and keep a strong grip in the collar. But those are 3 variations of a bow and arrow choke that you will have a lot of success with even if they give proper reactions. Guys, if you like that video and you want to see our full guide on bow and arrow chokes, you can click right here. If you want access to our full website, you can go to coreprobjj.com or you can click on Max's face right here.